Hey, what's going on, Zero? It's good to see you, man. We're not doing music today. We're not doing music. I didn't psych you out there for a second. We're not doing music. I was doing a little bit of work on the old song, but I need to... Actually, before I even switch, let me just save what I have right now. Beep, 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 beep. Minus, subtract that, and then go back to over here, the cold beige. And hello, everyone. Watching in VODs. Hopefully you're having a good night. Today we're resuming work where we left off the last time, which is, I think... Oh, we were working on the radial shader. That's what we were doing. We were doing some radial shader stuff. 1 second, let me just check. Do I have my settings on correctly here? I don't know why, it just feels like it sounds different. Like I'm not hearing the same clicky clacks that I'm used to. But maybe I'm just going crazy, dude. Maybe I'm just insane, dog. Alright, let's just go back here. What's going on, Draco? Been good so far? Good to hear, man. Good to hear, dude. Okay. So we got things to do today. We have some development to do. We got some bagpipes to play. We got some bagpipes and recorders to purchase that are like a few grand. We got some loots to purchase. I wasn't joking, man. I was legit looking at loots. Alright. Right. We're doing the radial shader so that we can have like an image and have like a pie cut out of it. Yeah, I've been writing this script for a theater appreciation class group project. Interesting. A script for a theater appreciation class group project. Are you guys making like your own production of some sort? Is that the deal? Excuse me. I had a lot of Chipotle today. I ate a lot of Chipotle, and I'm kind of feeling it. Am I crazy? It feels like my audio is not the same, dude. It feels like things are different. I don't know why. Like if I go to here, like I'm using the same signal chain and everything. I guess I could just don't save. Okay. This should be the same. I'm not sure what's the deal here. If I'm gonna be real with you. Oh well. Hi, what's going on, Gustavo? Small little thing, it's about 10 minutes long. That's a lot of time, man. Dude, making a 10-minute song is like, that's an endeavor, dude. What was I doing? Yeah, I was gonna do the include thing. That's what I was gonna do. Where are ya? We're going to see how well this function works. We're going to see exactly how bad it works and why it doesn't work the way it's supposed to. I think we're going to finally defeat this enemy. We're going to use... we're going to map... So I think this takes flow 3. Yeah, it does. But it's a weird thing. I should really change the function parameters or something. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to do 0 and then I.uv xy for value. And then if value is less than Interesting. Okay, I'm doing something, apparently. Because we need to get... What value range is this even occupying now that I think about it? Alright, let's check here. Hi, just joined. Welcome, Gustavo. Glad to have you here. I'm making it about perspective of grave diggers in Hamlet after everyone is dead, and they speculate on what happened as to know the poison was involved. Interesting. I cannot remember anything from Hamlet, if I'm gonna be honest, except for, alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well. While holding a skull. But that's about it. I really wish I could appreciate Shakespearean productions, but I don't know. I guess the language barrier just makes it hard for me. What's going on, Faulty Wire? Glad to have you here. Keep it up, dude. Thank you, man. It's saying good work, though. Well, no, because, okay, I'm not sure what spacing you're talking about. If you're talking about, like, how I had this really big before, it's just because I'm laying out scratch work for myself. If it's just how I'm grouping stuff, then that's a whole different thing, Dan. I'm sorry. So we get the current UV coordinates. In fact, I should just use normal. Yeah, I should just do that. In fact, no, this is not going to work. Because I'm assuming... I need to make this relative to... Because this is a value range of... This is a value range of 0 to 1 on a quad. But really, I want this to be relative to the center of the quad. So I should really be doing minus... yeah, and that's going to make it relative to that. So 0.5 is going to be the center point, and then the normal is going to be relative to that. Okay. And then we can pass in normal xy with a 0 for the x component. And then does it get us an angle? Do I specify? It's in degrees. All right, perfect. Which means progress is going to be. I'm making this a normalized value. I should really specify that, honestly. My bad. Sorry about that, guys. My phone alarm goes off sometimes. I can't help it. So I need to make this relative to degrees. So we're gonna do times 360. In fact, maybe I might even make a... I know it's probably easier to just work with radians directly, but I'm just so used to 360 degrees that in my mind it's more intuitive to convert to degrees than to work in radians. So we discard this and then we produce color. Let's see how this works. And this is easy enough that we can even do it in here. So we're gonna make a new quad. We're gonna attach our new shader to it and see how it works. Create 3D object quad, and you're gonna be. Gosh, I can't wait. I really want to just start working on the engine project again. I miss it, dude. But I need to finish this game first before I start a new project. It's my test quad. Hello, test quad. You come hither. And we're going to be making a new shader for you. I'm not even sure where I'm going to do this. Because it's kind of a general thing. It's me in gameplay though. So we're going to do that here. Create, no. Where's material? I'm not crazy. I know there's a material here somewhere, and I always forget it. Ah, there we go. We're gonna do M. Cool, and you're gonna be using radial progress. I'm gonna drop you on this. Cool, and there's a compile error, so that's pretty rad. I love seeing those. Those are my favorite. Okay. So what's going on here? Cost, no. Oh, right. Because I changed to be a normalized value. And I should probably change this to also match the naming. Okay, we can refresh it. Perfect. And now if we go into the shader, let's see how broken my stuff is. Oh my goodness, it almost worked, except it doesn't. It works in a very bizarre way. So it kind of exposes some weird stuff about how I've implemented this thing. Fantastic. But I think at the very least it's a very easy way to assess. This is probably why the UV mapping approach didn't work, because this function is not working. Cool. Let's make this a bit easier though. We're gonna do range. That way I don't have to like precisely do stuff. And I can instead just drag a toolbar around. I hated Hamlet's end. Honestly, you're better off watching Lion King as its Hamlet. Is it really? I didn't realize Lion King's Hamlet, dude. Yeah, thank you, Draco. I appreciate it, man. Pros in the mainframe. We're getting a mainframe. It's okay, man. Just chill, dude. Just chill, dude. I'm just a dude working on projects for fun. All right, what am I doing? We're not playing. We could test this here. Cool. This is not updating the UI as it's supposed to. Ah, there we go. So yeah, we get to 45 and it's like mirrored. Am I really gonna wrestle? Am I really gonna wrestle with this function today? It's a dumb thing that I don't need to worry about. Like there's other ways of handling this, and yet I kind of want to fight. I don't like this signature because this is like incorrect. Like there's some weird assumptions baked into it that we're just not adhering to. So we don't need to do this anymore. Instead, you can provide okay, and then what do? We create a vector for y and z, normalize it, times pi over 2. I'm wondering why we're doing that. Pi over 2 norm. It's not normalized. This is normalized. We're making it relative to, what's pi over 2? Is that like a components? Pi over 2. We're making this 2 pi is an entire circle, right? It's a full 360, which means pi is half of a circle, which means pi divided by 2 is a quarter of a circle. So this is a quadrant essentially. Why am I what Why am I doing this? I'm so confused. And then we do degrees from a sine normalized y. Oh, because it has to be a distance. A sine takes in a distance. And I think I wanted this to be... what? Wait, what? Why am I doing... Why am I... Do I really need to make... Why am I making this... Is the unit circle... Does the unit circle have to be... Wait. Did the components have to be like... Why am I doing this? A unit circle is like a normalized value. So this should be fine? I don't even know, man. That fixed... Oh my... It was that... Oh my goodness. Brother, I could like bring back the triplanar or radial mapped projection. This is so simple. I could have just done this. I should have just tested it this way. Oh, I guess we have a radial shader, guys. Congratulations. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That is so stupid. It was literally, I was like, just this line right here. I was like, why are we making this pi over 2? Yeah, sometimes you have to step away from a problem, right? But this is not enough. Because... I also want to test the alpha. Some arbitrary value, arbitrarily small value. It's fine enough for me. Nope. And do we have color? No, we should probably add color. That should be fine. And then we're gonna do... Did I do that? Yeah, we did. And then finally we're just gonna do... Cool. So we can have some base texture. The question is, do you want to have it... We could discard it. Or... we can use a back color if you wanted to. So we can use, instead of discarding, we can instead use the back color and then do a lerp. Like, I think the simplest thing might be just having... I could make it a separate texture, but for simplicity right now, I think we're just going to do this. And then we can do you can make a lerp with this expression where we have, if this is met, we discarded, which means that we're gonna do back color, which there we go. And then we just do back color. So now if this statement is true, we're gonna use the back color instead. If not, we're gonna do the regular color and then return that. And that way, instead of having this whole, well, this might actually just result in. This might result in this just being completely transparent. Oh, wait, 1 second. Hey, there we go. So now we can have a background color. Now if we add an image onto there that's like a circle, we can have something even cooler. So if I were to, let's add a, maybe make it arbitrary, not arbitrary, but a simple asset. 32 by 32. Shape. In fact, I might make this a 16 by 16 shape. Yeah, that seems better. We're gonna put this in our dev kit, and we're gonna put it in our 2D assets. T underscore circle underscore 16x16.png. Cool. We can grab it. Nice. And now it's gonna have the shape of this. Though I should probably apply our little pixel offset preset to it. Perfect. I don't like how clean this is. That does bother me. I think we can do something about it though. Like some rounding. So that this snaps to like pixel values. I don't know how we're gonna do that. And maybe people are not gonna even like that, but we'll see. And we make this like the progress bar for like how long an effect is gonna last. Boom, just works. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What are you making, bro? As you can see, I was making a shader right now to do this radial effect. And it's working now. So I'm going to add it into the game so that when you do an ability, this pops up and it shows you how long it's going to last for. So I think we're just going to do it, dude. I think we're just going to make it happen. So let's go to level. Yeah, sure, we'll save it for right now. Is this war games? Hacking, obviously. I'm kind of hacking. I'm kind of hacking things together. I'm not doing the cool movie hacker stuff of getting into the mainframe. Or the hacking stuff that happened today with, not today, but the news that came out today. With Axios. But this is like the Richard Stallman version of hacking. Just doing stuff for fun, dude. Doing things for the fun, dude. Okay. So we have this. I'm gonna make a new quad. Create. Quad. There we go. It's humongous. We can fix that. And it's going to be above the player, I think. Maybe slightly behind them or something. And then we're going to select the radial. Cool. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go to our player. Let's see here. This is the chip class now. Here's the original player class. Okay, so we're gonna have to add another reference to this bad boy, which we should probably start making this cleaner, but yeah, like we have to make some new stuff here, like wrong part. I suck. Okay, there we go. And we have to have a reference to the correct mesh renderer. Oh, IntelliSense, thank you. Okay, so we have all this. We're going to go down here and I'm going to make a new function here for setting progress. And it's going to be kind of simple, honestly. What did I name it? That's kind of redundant. There we go. I think I'm going to have to do materials 0, 1. If I'm not mistaken. Or I think it has to be shared materials. Or shared material. And then it's me the value. Cool, and then one other thing we have to do is because I don't want to keep modifying the uniforms on an asset continuously. So we're gonna make a copy on runtime. So let's go to awake. Or I guess it happens on start. Cool. And a bunch of important stuff happens here. Character stuff. Should probably break this into or comment this a little bit more, just so I can figure out where, at a glance, what things are happening where. I can just do the new operation actually. And that should work. New line for clarity. I don't know why we don't do this, but I'll worry about that later. Okay. And then let's actually do the final integration of this. So that, oh, you know what, actually, let's go back to start. There's one last thing I'm missing. There we go. Just a bunch of simple stuff here. I almost feel like breaking this up into its own object. This is more so just me being lazy and not wanting to remember the specific name of the thing. Do I really want to add more code to this though? It's already kind of a lot. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And as for the chip, you can be doing stuff. We're gonna change how this works. Here we go. So it's gonna activate here. We're gonna set this to false as well when we're done. And then we're not gonna do this yield return, wait for new seconds. I think what we're gonna do instead is, we have the seconds hard coded here. We do, oh man, I should have made this a unitask, honestly. I really should. It's fine. I don't think it's fine, actually. Let's just see. And then... Should probably specify seconds here. I think it's fine. I think it's contextual. Pretty clear contextually. Cool. So now it's gonna wait. And that should be fine. Okay, let's go into the game and actually set the references. Let me catch up on chat real quick, guys. Yo, what's going on, Goater? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm using C# Striker 0. And welcome back, Draco. And Mr. Dung, love your PC setup. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, dude. Cheers, brother. So we have this. So let's check the player. Where is the progress renderer? There we are. Cool. So let's see how this works in game. I'm gonna have to exit and go back to something else, but that's alright. Oh, what happened? Why is the world angry with me? Okay then. Collapse. What's going on here? CC sprite renderer. What's going on here? That shouldn't happen. Convex. Do you have a mesh on you? I mean, that's... Okay, we don't need that. But that should not cause critical failures like that. Object reference not set to an instance of an object in CC sprite renderer. What happened, man? Oh, you're not using the correct thing, are you? Yeah, you're not. And I should have been using it correctly this entire time. Let's see if this fixes stuff too while we're at it. Got a question. How do you remove this bug where when you click quest and it has like a bug between the rewards? I don't know how to fix it. You're gonna have to be a bit more descriptive than that, my friend. Okay, so the player is just missing. That's weird. Why is everything being weird, dude? Okay, the player's back. I don't know what happened. Why everything's being weird. Alright, let's start this again. The game looks fine, though. I think. Let's see. Come on. Okay, yeah, this looks fine. Okay, let's go back to the main menu and equip the correct thing. Okay, go to the garage. Go to the engine. Actually, no, we have to go to the chips. And go to the phase shift, equipped it, and then we can go back to the game. And if I click it, nice, I can see just how much time is left until I run out of, nice. First try, guys, let's go. So we phase shift, and we can see how much time we have. I don't like that the phase shift rotates with the player, though. That I do not like. It makes it a little bit harder to gauge when that's rotating around. That's not a hard thing to fix though. We just have to reparent it. Like I think we can just quite literally move it here, and it should be fine. So let's see how that works. When you complete a quest and you click claim but it doesn't work, but when you rejoin it still doesn't give. Yeah, that could be a lot of things, dude. I mean, if you're playing an online game, that could be a whole network server issue. It could be simple front-end logic or client logic. I don't know, man. Bugs are very contextual. You can have a bug that behaves the same exact way across two applications, but they can be caused from fundamentally different things. Yeah, I think to like actually solve that, I would actually have to be in the code base, and if I'm in the code base for bug fixing, I don't do that for free. Unless I really want to, but okay, let's see. Okay, so we start, the UI pops in. Nice, and now it's consistent. It stays consistently where it is. Nice. Oh, I tried phase shifting. Whoops. I should have some kind of sound that plays when it's like done, when it's ready for use. Like some kind of oven or something. Or like a toaster. I don't know. Something like that. Now that we have the UV coordinate situation fixed, I almost kind of want to try reviving the original UV mapping strategy we had. Because the UV, using the UV coordinates from the mesh is kind of causes some weird distortions in certain places. This is cool though. This is pretty cool, man. I'm pretty freaking happy. So what we're going to do is we're going to commit what we currently have. I'm going to go to implemented radial shader. Nice. Okay, go back up. Integrated. For chip. And nice. Okay, cool. Let's go to our docket real quick, because we're just finishing up work that we started last stream, but oh, you know what? One other idea I do have is that for the player, I kind of want to have some cool shader effects. Like, we have the phase shift, and it's cool enough as it is. I kind of want to do more, dude. If I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of want to do more with this phase shift. Like, maybe have the pixels that are going to be interlaced be offset in position as well. I mean, it's going to clip with the quad and it's going to reveal it, so maybe that's not the best thing, but at the same time, it's kind of cool to do that. So maybe it's worth doing. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do that either. Because you have to modify the sample. This i.uv. For the color. Yeah, maybe I don't want to do that. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to do that. I think it's fine as is. Okay, let's go look at the progress chart. So we had a few things. So last room we expanded the culling distance. That's good. We didn't do any of this stuff actually. However, we did fix. What did we fix? Right, get angle shader function. So that now works. And we also integrated radial progress to chip. Cool. We can do some more chip stuff today too. I might have to actually do some assets, but let's see how much more coding we can do before we have to start dealing with actual content for the game. There's this though. So these are two things. This I feel less inclined to do. This I want to experiment. I think it should be pretty simple. The idea is the camera is very fixed. I wonder how it'd be if we actually rotate the camera along with the player so that your view of the environment changes so you can see a bit better, but that might be very disorienting for certain people. And then these are for sure, they just need to happen. I need to figure out what we're going to do there. So let's just do that. I think the simplest thing to start off with is have the camera be a child directly of the character. Let's see how that turns out. I appreciate it, man. I suck though. Oh my goodness. Well, that's not good. That is no good at all. Oh my goodness. So the game would rotate like this. Every time the player is like going in a different direction. That's how they would rotate. I mean, I want to see how this looks close up. We definitely need to have camera smoothing if we're going to do that. Okay, what's the deal here with the camera? Why are we like that? What's the FNF camera doing? Are you doing stuff in world space or local space? I think it's local space. Yeah, transform local space, overwrite Z, min max distance. Hey. Yeah, so that's not gonna fly. They have to be like way close. Wait, what is happening here? Min distance and max distance? Min distance is negative? I guess, okay, yeah. I guess relative to that, it's identity. Relative to identity, this is a negative position on the z coordinate, isn't it? So okay, that took me for a loop for a second. Let's play around with this a little bit and make this like negative. I don't know. That was like way too far away. Let's make it like a third of the same, a third of the distance. Maybe I'll just keep this one the same. Let's just see, man. What's gonna show from assets are boring. Make the GD game. You make the world pop a wheelie. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I kind of want to go away from assets. I think I just want to do coding. What are we coding? You're going to see right now we're doing some world camera changes. I'm testing out some camera stuff. Because I don't like the visibility of the environment. Because you can't see where you're going. Like this you can, though. It's still too far, though. Like, you see what I'm talking about, right? We have to change the culling behavior, though. The culling behavior does not work anymore with this. We can't just iterate in a fixed way. We do this route. And I have to do some smoothing because it's like too... This is kind of disorienting, honestly. Even if you add smoothing, this still feels like it's going to be kind of disorienting. It's kind of cool because it shows off the 3D-ness of the world, but yeah, maybe that's not the direction we go. Let's do like 10, another third. Interested? I know you're being facetious, Strophin, but I'm not. Asset creation is like a... I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of just it can be kind of grindy. Or I guess a better way... I like it if that's just the only thing I'm doing. I don't want to be switching between programming and that, so... I want to batch all the coding work I can together. Okay. Yeah, we have to have smoothing. This is like so disorienting. You know, another idea I have is maybe instead of doing this, we can offset the camera position so it's looking where the player is without rotating. It's just a translational offset as opposed to a rotation like this. Because this is ridiculous, dude. And it's kind of like detracting from like the forward progressive momentum. I don't like that at all. I don't like this at all. I'm just getting rid of this. You're going back where you belong. And we're gonna just put you back the way you were before. I think smoothing would fix it, but I don't like... It's changing the kind of horse blinders effect the game currently has. I think what I'm going to do instead is that if you're going up, we're going to move the camera upwards so you can see more of in the direction you're going. So, oh, this is weird because we're doing a bunch of transformations on it because we have this like local position transform that's happening every update. Do you have a thing for your current vector? Is that public at all? Translational velocity, angular velocity. Total velocity is just that's a scalar value though. I need a vector value. I don't believe I have it. I think I only have it in... I think I do derive like a combined arc value somewhere. So it might be as simple as just like deriving it and then moving it into a dedicated function. You love the backgrounds? Thank you, man. Yeah, 2D game development is fire. 2D is crazy. Yeah, 2D is fun. And honestly, if I made this game purely 2D, it would have been so much done. It would have been done way faster, but I decided to make everything wrapped around a cylinder, and that just complicated things like crazy. But it's alright. It's okay. And you know what I might do? Oh, we have Is this what I think it is? Also, this is spelled wrong, I think? I don't know. Okay, do I not have a thing for usage? Show usage? We're gonna change that today. I've been working suboptimally for too long, and I need to actually just do things the way I normally do in every other computer I work on. Show usages. Yeah, you are no longer gonna be what you are. Yeah, who even thinks to use that? No, you're gonna be Shift F12 and save. There you go. Now I can do this. Perfect. So we actually assigned this a bunch of times. What? How many times are we assigning this? Actually, it's done here. Offset cylinder space dot x. That's for oh, that's for the attack. Okay. You know what? I might just make this a property with a private assignment. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are not the same thing. I'm pretty sure this can actually just be a float value. Like, let's see what breaks if I do that. How many things break if I do that? Oh, boo-hoo, you have to get the X value. And then boo-hoo, you have to get the X value. And boo-hoo, you're casted into a vector 3. Wait. Why are we doing this? Why am I doing this? And then we have translational velocity. Oh, because I'm being lazy. Because I didn't want to have to always construct a new vector 3 so I can do these operations. Because it's easier just to have this be... Because technically it is a translational vector. It's just, it's always going to have a 0 for the y component. Because you never translate on the y component, we rotate on the x-axis. Okay. Well, I'm pretty convinced. I'll return this back to vector 2 for now. And I'm going to leave a comment for myself. To be honest, there's only an X value. It's a vector 2, or vector type, out of ease. Alright, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do like an actual vector 2 with actual properties on there, and it's gonna be I don't know, motion components, like motion vector. That totally means something. In fact, we're not even... What are we even doing, dude? It's just gonna be... do I really want to put pressure on the GC every time this is accessed? It doesn't matter. It's just a vector 2. That's nothing. You're gonna return translational velocity.x, angular velocity.y. And that's going to be enough for what we're doing. We're just going to be happy about it. And then we're going to go back to the F&F camera. And then we're going to apply an additional offset, an arbitrary offset based off of that. Those values. And this is linear interpolating on P. And there's overriding the Z value, so you can mutate the X and Y values willy-nilly and it's gonna be fine. Or we can just like even do additional. This is so disgusting. This is so bad. But I can just do an overwrite. Do I have an XZ component? No. I'm gonna make one. Overwrite XY. Yeah, we're gonna be gross today, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're writing some stinkers today. It's gonna be gross, but it's alright. It's all in the name of ease of use until it's not easy to use. So how are we gonna do this? Do you have the player? I should do this. In fact, I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. In fact, I don't know why I don't cache the instance. I'm gonna be real with you, man. There's a lot of goofy things I'm doing, man. It's alright. It's a scalar. I should not call it velocity. It's a scalar unit. It doesn't. It's not a vector type. It doesn't indicate direction. It's only indicating magnitude. This is a misnomer, and I'm mad that I keep it like this. I should just call it total speed, but I'm wondering if it's something else already named that, and that's why I called it that. Nope, I think we're fine. Okay. So what are we doing? We're doing something. We're gonna do... Can I do an overload of this? Or are we taking like a vector 2? Just to be extra just stupid. Wait. Wrong function. This is the one I want to do an overload on. Yeah, we're just gonna be kind of stupid today, dude. We're gonna do xy.x and then xy.y. Yep, of course. Of course. Totally. That makes perfect sense to me. I see nothing wrong with this whatsoever. And then we're doing this because then I can just do player dot what did I call it? Motion vector. That's a stupid name. Brother, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for featuring me, man. It has 2 parameters, but is invoked with 1 argument. What are you talking about? Oh, wait a second. Did I make you a vector? Yeah, it needs to be a vector 2. No. Wait. Am I calling the right function? No, it's supposed to be XY. Duh, okay. And then, I don't know what we're gonna do here, dude. Let me catch up in chat real quick, guys. He said, I came here scrolling. You said to easy in as many words. Try harder. I'm gonna try harder, man. How new to the channel? Nice to have you, Iceman. Iceman. You are a robot master. Are you from Mega Man 1? I'm not sure if this is where you actually got your name from. That could be a lot of reasons. But for me, when I think of insert noun and then man, I just think of Mega Man bosses. And I'm pretty sure Iceman is either a boss from Mega Man 1 or Mega Man 8. I'm pretty sure he's He's Mega Man 1 though. He has like a little jacket. Hey, this guy. I'm pretty sure that's not who you had in mind, but that's what comes to my mind, dude. Top Gun. Oh, you see, they're very different cultural stuff, man. I grew up obsessed with Mega Man. People grew up and watched Top Gun. We're not the same. And that's okay. Is it on Steam? Not yet, man. Hopefully we're getting there, dude. That's the goal, dude. Also, what's going on, Tamerka? It's good to see you. Still waiting on that Vector 1 data type. Get out of here. Get out of here with that, man. I should do that as a meme. I should do that at my work. Just open a PR. Hey, can you review this? Oh, what's this for? What ticket's for? Oh, I'm introducing a new data type. I think it's gonna be very helpful for us. It's a Vector 1. It's very useful. I think we need to have it. Oh, isn't it just a float? Oh, you'd think that. I actually decided to make it a U short, so it's like it's only positive values. So even though it's called a vector, it's actually really just a scalar. Oh man. Hey yo, bro, what's going on, Draco? Good to see you, man. I was doing something stupid. What stupid thing was I doing? Right, we have this. Is local position always 0 on the X and Y axes? I think it should be. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Main camera. Position. Nope, X and Z. X, Y is 0. X is not 0, so we should probably cache that. Excuse me. Pardon-moi. So, let's cache that. Dude, actually, I feel like we cached it already somewhere. Oh, I guess we don't, actually. Initial local position. A. Oh, it's my mom. My mama. My mama's texting me. Okay, so we cache this. Very cool. Very suavemente. Okay, and we're gonna do a vector 2.lerp. And then we're gonna do. Why am I doing a lerp, dude? You just do initial local position plus this. Maybe if we're gonna smooth it, we can do that, but man, get out of here with that. Can I swizzle? Do I implement a swizzle? Please tell me I added the swizzle. X, Y. I have other swizzles. I have an XZ swizzle, but not an XY swizzle. Heartbreaking. Tragic, even. Where's the swizzle operators? Clearly, I don't have enough swizzles. Can't believe it. Local man does not have enough swizzle operators in his life. More news at 11. Now we can do X, Y. Cool. So we have initial local position X, Y plus player motion vector. We're probably going to do some kind of coefficients on this as well, but nah, we're just going to run it. We're just going to send it and see what happens. And it's either going to work out great or it's going to be terrible. There's no in-betweens here, man. What's going on here? You know what's funny? I did a phase 1 interview for a senior dev position on Friday. Guy asked me what the internal keyword was. you mix it up with sealed. Were you interviewing or were you interviewing someone else? I was like, dude, I'm gonna level with you. I've been programming for 12 years professionally. I've never used either, and I don't know anyone who has. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it like a few times, but like I've never actually had to. I never actually have to deal with it. I never like consciously go like. I never go, hey, this class, I want no one to ever extend it. This class, forever sealed off from everyone else. No one gets to touch this whatsoever. Like, that never really happens. I'm never making that authoritative call to be like, this should never be abstracted. Maybe I should. Maybe that'd be like a nice, like, you know, that'd be a nice little power move. Like, why is hey, you sent me this PR, but like all the classes you have are sealed. Like, what's the deal? It's like, you don't need to make an abstraction. What I designed is perfect. Don't you dare abstract what I've graciously implemented for you. And the internal, I guess you don't come across that unless you're actually working with different assemblies, which some people don't even know about the ability to have different assemblies in a Unity project. But that's not like that's kind of a dumb question. Like, because that's super easy to learn and figure out on the job, you know? Like, it's not like if someone doesn't know between the difference between private, protected, and public, okay, that's kind of like a fundamental understanding that you just don't have. That is, you know, that's kind of a red flag. But like, if you don't know that stuff, it's not the end of the world. How pretentious do you have to be to use that monitor? There's nothing pretentious about it, man. Brother, why are you getting so defensive, man? Nothing wrong with using a 4K OLED monitor. And there's nothing wrong with using a CRT, man. It's just for fun. I like enjoying it. Hi, my name's Todd. I like to have fun. Okay, so this is kind of working. Except for the angles. It's like way too much of a big translation change. Also, is the value... It's weird because it's like kind of accurate because it eventually catches up with the player. The player eventually catches up with it. I wonder if just adding a coefficient is going to be enough to just change that, dude. Like, can I just do vector to scale and that, I don't know, 1 and then 0.25. Like, maybe that'd be fine. Maybe that'll be fine. Let's see, dude. What's going on here? I'm gonna be back in an hour or something. Take care, everyone. You have a good one, Tamerka. I'll see you back here. It's for like SDKs and stuff, shipping products. You know what it's for? Is that it will spam feature requests running into problems, customizing stuff they shouldn't be. He tells them something you can find in a Radio Shack. Oh, dude. I remember Radio Shack. You guys remember Radio Shack? I remember. Oh, this actually kind of helps. This actually works pretty well. Okay, maybe it's like it can go too fast for the player. If I could go straight down, the player is not visible at all. But I can actually see. I can see where we're going, dude. It's crazy, man. It's like I have eyes or something. Like, I'm not being surprised by what I encounter. Okay, I'm getting surprised, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Yeah, we need a decent VFX trail for the player. Of course, we're going to use our own, though. We have to have a thing where the player, if they are blocked by the UI like becomes transparent or something. Can I receive damage? I have it turned off. Of course I do. SDK stuff is scary. Well, it's not only for yeah, it's SDK stuff. Like, if you can also just organize your project into sub. Like, I've done that for this. Like, I have a sub module, an assembly for my dev kit compared to my actual general game project. It's fine. I just don't find myself in positions where I'm like, hey, dude, this functionality should just stay in here. I want nothing else to ever interface with this whatsoever. I mean, there's cases for it, but it's just, there's no cases I can see where I just don't want the application to be aware of stuff in the dev kit. What are you sipping on tonight? I'm just sipping on some water. As per usual, your boy just drinks some good old-fashioned water. Hey, Cozy, what day is it? Today is day 37, I think. I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's see here. What was I doing? Right. We were playing around with these coefficients. I kind of want the X to be a little bit more extreme, if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's extreme enough. So we're just going to do that real quick. Oh, it's 38? Thank you, Draco. See, I'm losing track of times and dates. Oh, my back. My shoulders. I'm getting better at the Olympic rings, dude. I was able to hold myself up for like 30 seconds today. It was great. I feel like an ultra Chad. I'm still getting got up there, though. So there's some things that this just fundamentally does not. I mean, it helps, but it's just not perfect. Maybe I should use, I don't know. It's smooth now because it's using the resultant velocity of the players on both axes, but maybe I should use the input instead for deriving this offset, because then it'd be very immediate, so the player can like quickly look up instead of like waiting for the character to speed up and then match that. Yeah, we might have to do that actually. How do I do that? We do player. No, wait 1 second. Not the wrong thing. We're gonna do. I'm gonna start with player. Input, game input. No, that's not what I want. I want to go to player. Motion vector. Nope. Where's I know I have a variable here that's keeping track of input. Can I please have that? There we go. Okay, that's the override. That's not what I wanted. I want... Oh, this is all local variables and passing through a pipeline. Gross. Ew. It's too easy to track that way, dog. No. I'm just gonna introduce a gross extra variable called input. Why are you mad at me? Why don't you love me? There you go. Oh, that's gonna be a little confusing. What is your player input? Simply player input. Okay. Player input. Yeah, it's totally not redundant. Not at all. That 7-headed CRT setup from Swordfish? What are you talking? I saw like a big one from like Linus Tech Tips that you found, but oh my god! Ooh, ew, gross, and not really effective. It's too snappy. Okay, but we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. So I think we're gonna bring this back. We're gonna do player input, and then we're gonna do the multiplicative. So it's gonna be like, I think in meters. So this can like move like, I don't know, 10 meters forward. Maybe not that much. Maybe like 8 meters, and then horizontally you can move like 12 meters or something. Mr. Frodo. And we're probably going to lerp it so it's not as juddery. We're going to smooth a little bit, but... You got the gymnastics gyms or a CrossFit thing? No, it's not a CrossFit thing. It's not anything, really. But at the gym I go to, they have the Olympic rings there, and I'm like, okay. I want to do more calisthenics. Like, I enjoy weightlifting. It's cool, but... I want to be able to hold my body up, dude. And I didn't realize how hard that was. It's like super crazy hard. But it's fun because it's like when you start something and you're absolutely terrible at it, any little improvements feels like crazy big to you, dude. It's like you're impressed when a baby goes from crawling to walking, right? Or running even. Like, that's crazy. You're like, oh, it's a crazy moment. But you're not impressed when, like, a dude is able to run, 1 mile per hour faster than his usual speed. Like, he ups his limit by 1. Like, that's not crazy. Maybe for him it's crazy, but it's not as crazy in the grand scheme of things. So for me, like, doing something like that where I'm just absolute trash at it is actually really fun. Okay, I kind of like this. This is getting better visibility. It's too snappy. But I think it's gonna work. I think we just need to lerp this. I think this is gonna be correcto mundo though. So we're gonna do, what are we gonna do? Because I think I might just do this time. Wait. We're overriding the X here. I just realized this doesn't matter. The X component doesn't matter because we're overriding it anyways. I guess we only cared about the Y component to begin with, but I like to have the illusion of importance. You feel me? Okay, I'm not sure what we're gonna do here. Let's just do Y, honestly. That's the only thing we care about. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna do this. Except it's gonna be even easier because we're not even doing this. We're just doing that. We're just doing. Get rid of this stupid scale operator. We don't care about you, you stupid scale operator. We're just gonna multiply. We're just gonna multiply a dog. Because I just have that power, dude. Cowabunga. Okay. There we go. We're doing something. And then we need a p-value of like, I don't know, 0. Let's do like 12 times delta time. Someone's not happy. Why are you not happy? I've done everything to make you happy. And now you want the house, you want the kids, you want everything. Alright. Oh, because it's not Y. There we go. Perfect. I'm very much perfectly hinged. Overwrite Y with Y. Perfect. Splendid. Even. What computer I'm using? Here you go. Please respond. What's going on, guys? Well, what do you want me to respond to? Let me answer your questions, though. The system, here's my system. And here's the OS I'm using. This feels relaxing. Everyone comments on my typing speed, but you put me to shame. Nah, dog. I'm actually worse than you'd imagine, Ring. I barely get to, like, 90 words per minute. I think just using Vim and i3 just makes things feel faster than they actually is. And they actually are. But I'm pretty sure if we were to set up Type Monkey, me and you, against each other, I'm gonna get washed. Are awesome. I love the physique of 100% practical muscle too. It's weary. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like I don't want to. I'm not gonna disrespect bodybuilding, right? But I just want muscle that's actually functional, right? Like I don't want to have mass if it's not going to be utility to me. So doing something that's actually allowing me to control my body much better, and a bit more practical. Like it's just the ability of like, hey, I can maneuver myself and have control over my entire physique. That's pretty cool, dude. I like that. So I've been really enjoying doing stuff with the Olympic rings. I suck at it, but it's fun. That's a process, man. That's the joy of it. We'll transform the position Y. We're overriding X with these values. We're starting from here, current Y position. We're doing initial local position .y plus this factor. We're lerping towards it every single frame, so it should be smoother. May just have the percentage too high, and it should be better now. The asymptotic hapclerps. It's okay. I'm cool with it. I grew up with it. It's been good for me. Except for right now, it's not being good for me. I don't like what it's doing to me right now. It's actually making me feel very mad and sad. Very sad. Affecting rotation. Oh, because we're still overriding X and Y. That's probably affecting things, isn't it? Yeah, who'd have thunk? Though this should have overwrite Y anyway. I don't know. This is overriding. No, we have overwrite Y here too. Okay. Ton update. We're affecting the correct thing. Yeah, we are. Let's just see, man. I'm glad you dig the vibe, Brett Krusky. And yeah, this is C#. We're working in C# right now. My cat is watching your stream, so technically 52 viewers. Oh my goodness. Oh, he left. Tragic. Like, is there the one? No. Hey, look at it. Now it's smooth. Look at that. Look how smooth it is. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And it's responsive. It feels more responsive. Oh my goodness. I don't like this. The UI's blocking stuff. Oh my. But you know what? I can just go beep. Okay, Oh, I have the dash ability, don't I? Which doesn't work. So that's cool. Thank you, no reference. Really appreciate it, man. I really do, dude. Thank you, man. I love it when you do that to me. Wait a second. We do have collision on. So how's the phase? Wait a second. Is the phase like not deactivating? Like we activated the phase thing and then... Do I still get hurt? Yeah, I still get hurt. Yeah, I'm still getting hurt. Okay, maybe I'm just being crazy. Maybe I'm just being crazy, dude. Maybe I am the problem. Oh, I should do this for the time stop ability, shouldn't I? Yeah, I probably should do that as well. I think this works though. I think this is the better compromise. Oh, 1 second. I didn't get hit there. Oh. Okay. That's another thing we need to do. Another thing we need to do. So on... It's not enough that we can cancel a chip. We also have to provide an action. Oh, jeez, dude. So, like, things that are interrupted can actually handle... They can handle that... Okay, so this is what we're going to do. This is easy peasy. We're just going to do an action. interrupted, or canceled. And we're going to do this. Invoke. And then on this invulnerability, we're going to change this to unitask. I hate this. I don't know. Enumerators are not that bad, but I just don't like it. I just like the unitask syntax and everything. Alright, whatever. Anyways, so we're going to move this into its private function. So all this that happens here, be gone. You know, I usually dog on like local functions like this, but you know what? This is the rare scenario where this actually makes sense. And then, of course, do chip cancellation equals null. So we can handle this handoff or this interruption from the time stuff. I think that's what we're gonna do. This game would be dope as a run and gun. That would be pretty cool. I'm watching, but I know him. He coding. Yeah, you do, Melon. You do know him. By the way, guys, I don't think you know this, but Melon's actually the real protagonist. Melon is gonna grow up and be like the smartest, biggest brained game developer ever, dude. I'm calling it right here, right now. Melon is the sleeper. Let me check something. I need Nixie tubes. Nixie tubes would be great, dude. Moving target lerps are actually substantially non-performant because you end up doing like 100 frames of negligible computation. I mean, it's just continuous though. I'm not sure what you mean. Print hello? What's going on? See out end up. Wait a second. You can't. I saw that message you retracted. I saw that C++. And you know, you're right to delete it. Because we are C people only, alright? We're C gang. We don't mess with no C++. Never mind that I actually have the C++ project open right now. Just shh. This is not real. We're pretending this is actually just C still. C out, hello, end line. Hello, it's good to see ya. N4, R3N. Oh, dude. My back. Let's go here. What's going on, man? I'm new here. Not much, man. We're just working on some camera stuff. We actually just finished it right now, and I think I fixed the bug, hopefully, for chip activation. So we play the game. Actually, let's go back to the main menu. And let's equip the correct chip, the phase shift chip, and equip it. Cool. And now if we go for a while, and I activate this ability, and I keep spamming it, hopefully by the time the transition happens, come back, come on, hurry up. I'm gonna activate it again. Can I just go through this? Yeah, I can. Dude, phase shifting was kind of busted, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe 5 seconds. It's too dang much, dude. 1 second, come on. Come on, go fast, there we go. So let's see if I'm still stuck. Yeah, I'm still stuck like this post. Okay, so we're not actually canceling the token now that I think about it. Maybe we should cancel the token. Maybe that's really what I should be doing. Is that in here? We actually just keep this as true. And we just handle the explicit transition case. I don't know. That seems fine to me, dude. I feel like it shouldn't be continuous. I feel like a tolerance window and like lanes for the camera should feel better. Yeah, that's exactly. Don't want a backseat. Yeah, I mean, this is a difference in opinion. I want this to be very fluid and continuous, and I don't want to have lanes. I think early on we did experiment with lanes, and I actually didn't like the way it felt. So, yeah, I think the game, I would rather have it just be continuously calculated. Brother, I just learned Hello World using C++. Hey, I mean, you killed it. You crushed it. I actually did it in 2 languages. You did it in C and C++. Yeah, you're kind of crushing it, dog. You're kind of crushing it, dog. Do I have... I want to pull up some C stuff. Whatever. You get the idea. Or I guess technically... if you do printf, that's also for C++. I don't know. They also have a new... C++ introduced some new stuff too. Alright, let's see if this works. Let's see if just having the cancellation happen fixes things. Okay, so we go back here. Phase shift, equipped, go back out. Okay, we keep it going. Let's see if I can time it. Dude, phase shifting is kind of busted. I said it already, man, but I'm still surprised by how much things I can just avoid by just phase shifting. Oh, let's see if I can get through this whole thing. 1 second, wait for it to finish. Let's go. Oh, okay, I suck. Now I want to just do it, dude. Go. Let's see the bug. So can I get hit? I'm still not getting hit. Now why is it that? Also, time stop should also abide by the same thing. I'm gonna change this to be... we're gonna change everything here. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I hate having like 3 different ways of doing async operations in a project. I just want to have one defined thing, and if it's unitask, let it be unitask, and we just learn how to operate like that. Yeah, suspend damage is false. This happens. We also assign the cancellation to that, yeah. And then when we do return to normal, please, and we cancel the chip, we invoke this canceled action. Then we assign it null. I should probably just... Alright, this should be fine still. But this should just work. And on top of that, we have suspend damage equal to false over here as well. So on top of everything, we also do set return damage. Okay, let's inspect the variables. Let's go into debug mode and actually look at the values that are happening and see why things are not working the way they're supposed to. Which is the best, C++ or C? I don't know what is diff between them, and I'm a university student, not gonna lie, right now I'm in university. Do I have the thing? I think I have a thing here for this, because we've talked about this before. Actually, let's go down. Do I have it down here? I don't have it here. Do I do to do? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we have the document still. So, C is a procedural language. C++ is it's a lot of things. It's predominantly object-oriented, but it also has a bunch of other different paradigms getting shoehorned into it, from functional to, like, a bunch of different other things, right? I mean, you can just look at this, dude. Maybe it's not the best thing. But yeah, in C, structs are just what they are. They just contain data and that's it. And C++, structs / classes can not only contain data, but can contain methods, functions that are members of it. And not only that, you can even do things like defining scope, so whether things are private, protected, or public, which changes who can call or access the variables or functions in it. Where like private is only the class itself can call the functions inside of it, whereas public, anyone can call it. Classes also have the ability for inheritance, so you can actually derive from them and extend them with extra functionality, or even override functions and do your own implementations and stuff on there. I mean, there's just a bunch, dude. There's a bunch to it. You have namespaces, you have templates. It's a whole thing, dude. And it's like an ecosystem. It's not just like the specifications of the language, but also the ecosystem of things you're interacting with are a bit different as well. Whereas like C, it's like kind of simple, which is kind of nice. Like C++ has a lot, but it also makes it way more complicated to work within. Whereas like C, there's a finite set of possibilities in any project you enter into. Kind of, unless they do some crazy macro stuff, but like it's relatively simple. And but you know, there's some pains from it, right? Like the fact that all functions there's no namespaces, so like if you bring in a package or a library or something, you have to make sure your functions don't collide with their functions and whatnot. I don't know, there's other things to consider. Or even your own program, making sure your functions don't overlap with other things. So it's very interesting. I like C though. I enjoy working in C. I find it fun. What's going on, Brian Belton? Been popping to your streams periodically. I still have no idea what you're doing, but I'm absolutely hooked. Hey man, we're just doing some camera stuff right now. We're kind of done with the camera stuff. And I don't know, what was I doing? We were doing some. Oh, I was debugging something. We're trying to fix some. Yeah, that's right. We're trying to figure out what's going on with this phase shift. So we're gonna see how this works. I should really make this cooldown not as... I mean, this is fine for the final thing, but for testing, I want to have something a little bit more. Come on. Return to me. And I can still take damage, right? Yeah. So we enable this. 1 second. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. So am I invincible? Yes, I am. Cool, perfect. So let's check out what's going on with the player and see what the values look like. So suspend damage is 0. Is invincible still true though? Interesting. Why is that? We exit the Speed Force. We wait for the frame to end. P is less than 0.5. Wait, do we just never disable or return? Isn't it not an issue with handling state on the chip side, but rather I just never changed disabled or re-enabled or disabled invincibility? Well, that's really dumb if that's what happened. Wait for end of frame. No, but that doesn't happen here. Oh, I changed stuff. That function used to disable invincibility. That's what happened. This function used to be... Yeah. Suspend damage. This used to be... is invincible equals false. That's why this bug is happening. Okay, that's an easy fix. Let me catch up, guys. 1 second. Camera lanes, so when you move 80% towards the top of the screen, it snaps to the next camera lane and alerts to that position. Each camera lane is a full screen height. To combine coroutines and async is for async to handle a web request response and then process it, so but synchronously for the main thread. Yeah, I'm not doing web stuff though. Thanks, man. Of course, dude. Yeah, Diamond of Death. Yeah, it's terrible. C+ versus C#. Yeah, no. C++ and C. Yeah, no, both let you get very close to the metal. They taught me C programs like printing 1 to 10 using loops, find palindrome, odd, or even number using conditional statement. Is this worth an IRL? Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, that's kind of the foundations, dude. I mean, I'm out of water. I took a sip full of air. I mean, what do you mean by worth it, though? Like learning in university, or like just doing it for yourself, or just doing coding in general? Why am I avoiding the coins? Alright, this seems good though. I mean, let's confirm that this... First of all, if we're going to confirm this, I should probably enable the conditions to test this, right? Oops. I purchased it, I didn't equip it. Yeah, I should make that just do that. I don't know why I haven't. And I should have a progress bar on the bottom or something. I think it's worth having. Oh, I mean, that would have been the place to use this ability, but... Come on, come on, come on, there we go. Can I make it? Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, I made it! Oh my goodness. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Okay, we're good. Go, 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 go. Oh yeah, I'm testing to see if I can get hit. No! I'm still not getting hit. Did I recompile? Did I not recompile? Is that the issue? Oh, you know, we should also have a... They should also do some other things. Like deactivate. Oh, we do deactivate it. Yeah, and let me do the same thing for time stop, honestly. Wait for seconds 3. Dude. We should just add polymorphism to... You guys want to add interfaces to functions, dude? So your function has to implement this function. That way I can make a chip function, a chip interface that all the functions have to implement. Oh, brother, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Oh, brother. Good thing we don't live in that world, right? To move receiver to group. Oh, brother. This is a yield thing. It's just going to iterate inside of here. Oh, dude. So you either have to do a separate thing that's going to handle the time progress independent of all the logic that's happening here. Oh, brother. Do I really want to do that? This sounds so stupid. That feels so dumb. I almost want to just kind of refactor this. Okay. Time dilation module. We can do like an observable every update. And have it handle its own disposal. And then we can have like... I don't want to have more. We already have an iDisposal for disposable for the actual function that's running here. I don't want to have another one, like an auxiliary one. That's seems dumb. I don't want to do that. The other thing I could do is like have like yeah, because the time transitions aren't fixed. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? This is stupid. This should be like a fixed length thing. This is dumb. This is written... How long ago did I write this? This is from 2023. I don't like this. Actually, is it some from 2022? I don't like it either way. We're gonna just do something different, dude. What is all this? Oh, because you have to factor in pausing as well. That's why. So if the game is paused, we have to do. That's dumb. This is dumb. But at the same time, it's considering stuff that I'm not considering right now. That I don't remember enough. So what I can do is like have some kind of action that listens here. The thing is, since I'm lerping it this way, I'm not setting I'm not authoritatively saying the time it's going to take for this to transition. Instead, it's just setting it's just stating like, hey, this is how fast it's going to lerp. If I'm going to do the progress bar thing though, I need to have a very clear fixed time duration for everything that's about to happen. So instead of a speed value, I need a time duration value. Am I really going to refactor this? Do I really want to? I feel I need to at this point, honestly. Because anything else I do is going to be some kind of stupid Band-Aid solution that I'm going to hate. So what I might do is like mark these as deprecated. Do I not know how to spell deprecated? One second, am I crazy? I'm pretty sure there's a deprecated. MSDN deprecated attribute. Oh, obsolete. There we go. I'm gonna mark these as obsolete, and we should never use them again. This is fine. The moving stuff is fine. This is actually fun. It's not a asynchronous thing. It's this that's stupid. Stupid. In fact, I think I might use yeah, pausing is something I'm neglecting here. Because these timers shouldn't continue if they're paused. So I need to have some kind of dynamic way of stopping this whenever it's paused. The way I did it there is dumb, because it's just like it's completing one part of the transition and then checking if if the game is paused and then waiting until it's unpaused. That's dumb. I need to have a way to directly interrupt or suspend this while it's running, while the game is paused. Let me catch up, guys. My bad. I'm kind of like thinking through this. What's going on, Shudo? Trying to write a network stack in C as a beginner intermediate project. It's been a pain. You like network socket programming at all? Not really, man. That's not my jam. Yeah, nobody likes it. Yeah, I haven't really done it, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm gonna be 100% transparent, networking is one of the weakest points of my skill set. I've done very little networking. Like, I know concepts, and I know about, I've used TCP and UDP, and I've done net like RESTful API stuff before, but like I haven't gone deeper than that. Netcode so I can stop getting laid off. Understandable, dude. Hey, I'm making a 2D game similar to yours, and I'm really stuck doing the speed boost. Do you have any tips on how I can change the speed of the player from another script? Mine displays correctly from the inspector. However, the speed of the player stays the same when it triggers the token. It's really confusing. So it's showing the speed correctly in the inspector when it triggers a token. I have no idea, man. That could be a bunch of things. I have to actually look at the code base. XDP, no. In SF around XDP firewall dev and for training AIs on the BPF interface. I'm hoping to land such a job offer after graduation. And sorry, is netcode just programming related to networking? Yeah, it's just networking stuff. That's what's going on, Melon. I'm so bored. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Did I hear him breathing? Yeah, I am breathing, dude. What's going on, Snestrio? Also, on horizontal chat, what's going on, guys? Slinker and Hike FPS. It's good to see you again, man, dude. It's been a minute. Yeah, I'm making a game. I'm gonna have to do some net stuff for this eventually in a future update, but I'm gonna ignore. I'm not gonna worry about it right now because I have to re-architect some stuff to actually make it work. And I'm doing some weird stuff because I want to do peer-to-peer networking through Bluetooth, and that's a whole different thing. My bad. I'm hitting the microphone over and over again. My bad. As for the video playlist for zero experience knowledge and coding, not really, dude. I don't think, like, I'm lying. Videos are helpful. It's just that I think you just gotta Google it and start searching, man. I think if there's something you want to do with coding, like a game or something, just start trying to make the game. And just Google what you need to Google. Or Kagi, if you're a little bit more pinkies up and elite. You know what? We're doing this. We're first gonna do this. We're just gonna do this. This is gonna break. We're gonna break everything. But if I do this, if we have an observable, actually, out of curiosity, can I just? It's returning an iDisposable, so it's not going to let me interrupt it once I do subscribe. There's do on cancel. I think I just need to do some reading, because I can do hacky stuff to deal with pausing, or I can be really jank and be like, hey, when you use a chip, you can't pause, dog. You're done. That's a terrible solution. What can I do here? All right, we're gonna Google. We're gonna Google, dude. I don't know. I'm thinking about making more educational content, though. What is Kagi? It is superior Google. Oh, wait, did they do an update today? Yo, what? They made it look like an old school website. What? Is this just for fun? That's not how it usually looks like. Changelog March 19, Kaggy's small web just got bigger. Yo, this is so good, dude. That's hilarious. Talk like a pirate. Yo. Dude, that threw me back. This is how it usually looks like. This is what it usually looks like. But the main menu today, I guess they threw it back. Yeah, but like it's a better search engine. It's better for data privacy. It's better for actually getting rid of all. There's no paid ads or anything like that. And instead, users rank results, and then it filters out a bunch of slop content, so you actually get actually good information. And they have lenses like this, so I can turn on a programming lens, and all my search results are going to be much more programming oriented. Or if I'm doing academic stuff or whatever, it's good. What is this dude doing? Oh wait, you need task, wait until, and then this is a synchronous wait, is it? So what does this guy do? So it waits for this condition to happen. Yeah, and they're doing a wait. And they have a cancellation token. Oh. And it's called the cancellation token resource. Oh my goodness, we're just gonna do this, dude. I mean, I know in Unity you can save the coroutine locally. You could probably do stuff with that. I'm pretty sure Unity has something like that. Like stop coroutine or... Can you resume a coroutine? Actually, I already have a function called resume. But that's not a lifetime function. What? Wait. What did I just do? Don't scare me, dog. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go full. We're gonna drink the Unitask pill. I have no thoughts, Kyle. That's just not a topic I want to talk about. April Fools. Oh, is today April 1st? No, today's March 31st. But I guess for them it's... Dude, I kind of want them to keep it like that. If I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. That was actually pretty funny. That was actually pretty cool. My chat before, what's happening, dude? I took leave today because there was no attendance service calling me. What should I say? I need a best reason. Please lend me a hand. And I somehow indiffer in asking for help, but this is a goated live. I'm sorry, what do you need, man? Like, do you need an excuse, dude? There's no attendance service. Call me. Like, who's sir? Your teacher? Your parent or something? Just say, hey, dude, I'm taking a break to focus on actual real peak programming content. Which is just a dude looking at a web browser. Nah. I don't know. You gotta practice stuff. You're gonna work on some code. You have things to catch up on. I don't know. I'm not. Is anyone else like this? Isn't this kind of nostalgic for anyone else? Kaggy Translate. Wait, what they have? They have their translation service now? They have Pirate Speak. Oh, that's cool. They have cert stats here. 67,000 members. Onion Plus, Orion Plus members. Yo, let's go. So guys, be sure to join the Kagi crew. It's a pretty good friggin' service, man. I use it on everything. So this fire, let's go, dude. Yeah, thank you, Miri. I'm glad you dig the, or Mir. I'm glad you dig the aesthetic, the feel, the vibes. Okay, let's do this procedurally, one by one. Time stop is not going to be an easy thing to do, because we have these here. But whatever, we'll just go through everything else. And convert these to unitasks. I'm pretty sure I have like this enumerator thing too we wrote last time. What is it called? Transition utilities or something? I forgot what it is. There's something I wrote. Progress utility. There we go. Fade utilities. Okay, fade 0 to 1, and this is using. I need to change this because I think this one has more stuff in there. Yeah, there's a loop action, and then there's final action. So what do we do here? Maybe we want to even add a start action, but that's kind of redundant, isn't it? Component. You know what? I could just make this. I could just make it do this, because then I don't have to do. I could just do fade. And I can add all the other things for this, like how much time it's gonna take. Oh, that's even easier, because then it's like a deterministic. I know how much time this should work for. What's that in 2 words? It's going on, Tamerka. You might have an unreachable code path at line 500. Line 500. This is, okay, I'm assuming you're talking about another file. Also, good to see you, Tamerka. Also, Tamerka, there's a video I saw today that reminded me of something you were talking about before. Maybe you'll find of interest. I'll send it to you right now. And it's concerning willpower, or like the science behind it. I have to go through my search history real quick, though. One second. I was listening to a bunch of. I was listening to German folk music earlier this morning, and I switched to recorder medieval music with some John Dowland and then some Henry VIII songs. And then we ended up in Polish YouTube. Okay, I don't like this. I see this title now, and it's super clickbaity, and I hate it. But he's actually citing some interesting research, though. There you go. April Fools. Oh, you got me, Tamerka. You got me. You got me good. Need diff, dog. I don't know, man. You're on your own there, man. I'm sorry, brother. I can't really. I'm locked in on this right now, man. And I don't think I want. I'm not gonna be a co-conspirator in whatever you're doing, dude. What was I doing? Oh, resume. That's right, because I was looking at different stuff. And I was testing this out. Yeah. But yeah, might be of interest. Where I lost my place in the code. Where am I? Where was I? I converted something to unitask for time stop. Yeah, that's good. Invulnerability. Yeah, async unitask. Perfect. And then we're doing the fade to 0 thing, and we have a time limit. So that's the amount of time we're going to use. We're also going to do a wait. And then there's the duration, and then the action, the loop action. So what we're going to do in the loop action is going to be simply, what are we doing? We need P. And that's about it, because we can just attach end to this as well, and that'll be simple, but like, that's kind of redundant. We can also just do this here. But hey, this is kind of fancy and cool. I like it. Yeah, look how, like, don't you love utility functions? They just make this so much cleaner. So much cleaner, man. It's crazy. Gosh, and this is why we like unitask. Yeah, we're not going to start a coroutine. Screw that, dude. I'm just going to do this. To observable. So that's a simple thing, is to do to observable and then subscribe. I'm going to have a way to suspend this, though, at any given moment if pausing is triggered by the player. That's going to but cancellation, that's the thing, though. So if we go back to our search result, I'm pretty sure that what we saw was a cancellation, not a pause and resume thing. And I can't just spin it up because we're going to be, I'm not sure where we're going to be in terms of execution. I guess the one thing I can do, you know what I can do? I can make this more powerful so that this function, fade 0 to 1, we can add another, we can add like a predicate or something to it. This is getting so terrible. Oh my goodness. But like, we can have it where we can add another condition to this, where it's not only this, but also factors in like I need like a func that returns a bool. So it does like this while this and condition. So you pass in like a function that I might make an overload of this. I might make an overload of this that doesn't have this condition because I'm not always going to use it. And it's just going to do fade 0 to 1. We can really abstract this because it doesn't even have to be like a 0 to 1. We can change the whatever. No, it's fine. But we can do this component duration seconds, and then this condition is just going to be true. That's all. This is going to this function is, and then final action, or loop action, then final action. And it's going to wrap this more extensive underlying function. And then in here we can add like this is paused condition to this. Is paused. So if the game is paused false. So if we're not paused, if the game is not paused, then it's gonna iterate. But if it's not, then it's gonna not do that. That's not gonna do what I want it to do, is it? It's not gonna do what I want it to do. And this time, the delta time is not gonna work correctly either. Actually, no, it is gonna work correctly because it's gonna pick up where it left off. It just means that it's going to loop past the boundary. That's not what we want. What we really want is that we're going to do if condition is true. I mean, I guess we could wait another frame and just continue. Wait until the next frame. In fact, we have to do that to prevent deadlock, or not deadlock, but it hanging permanently. Yeah, this is what we want to do. So if the condition is met or not met, we should really specify this. In fact, we're gonna call this a blocking condition instead. To be clear. So if there is a blocking condition, if blocking condition is true, then we're gonna do this, and then this is gonna be a blocking condition. So it's gonna be checking to see if it's paused. Though honestly, do we have a pause module here? We don't have a pause module, because that's the thing I really want to query. That's like the source of truth I want to have direct access to. It's a pausable element, so it should also, that is pause should just be fine as well, but I still want to have, maybe it's fine actually. Is pause is actually fine. What's going on here? What's going on here? You don't know how you got here, Jack? But I'm not complaining. Well, I'm glad you're not complaining, man. Welcome to the stream in the chat, dog, and enjoy the chill. Devin, as a man, goes a little insane. No, I'm not insane. I'm just working through it. It's just work. I bought the same keyboard. Where'd you get the keycaps? I got them from Amazon, if I'm gonna be real with you. I actually have 2 sets of keycaps. I have one that's like white, and then I have another one that's blue, and I mixed and matched them. And then I got this from like Target. These special pie little pastry keycaps. That's where I got it from. What's going on here? Brother, did you forget to read my chat? I will type it again. I didn't forget to read it, dog. I'm just focused on working. Is there an excuse that came to your mind, man? I am out of excuses. Dog, you're on your own, man. You're on your own, man. You're on your own. You're on your own there, dude. I'm not a machine for making excuses. I'm a machine that makes terrible code. No, not terrible code. Pretty alright code. I need to pour more water. I'm like out of drinks, dude. What are you making? I'm making a game, and I'm currently going through this process of reworking how I do everything here. I'm rethinking everything in my life. Okay, no, that's an exaggeration. I'm just reworking this game. So we're switching from using coroutines to instead using unitasks. It's easier. I have a lot more code built around it. And pretty simple. I like it. And I think we have to do this. Wait for seconds. It's like... Wait, there we go. And then it's just gonna say this is an expensive invocation. It's okay. This is fine. And actually, no, we're not gonna do this. Actually, no, we're gonna do that. I don't know. Maybe do we do that? I don't know. I have to think about this. This whole default dash thing, I'm not actually very sold on. So we're gonna have to think about it a little bit more critically. And then, because it's no longer a coroutine, I can simply do to observable and subscribe, and this should be good. We should still have like that cancel thing, but I'm gonna refactor this too. Alright, I'm just gonna redesign what this is supposed to do. It's not a refactor, it's redesign. Let's go on AX. Chart coder is cool. Those are cool. I'm not sure if I can ever do that though. Yeah, it's a CRT display. Today's code, I'm rethinking everything in my life. I think that's where everyone, that's a state that everyone gets into at some point. While programming, at least, man. Competes with World of Warcraft? Probably not, man. But I don't think I want to compete with World of Warcraft. It's its own thing. Games I make are, I don't know. They're for me. With a side effect of people get to play it. Time stop. Time stop. My enemy. The one who breaks my heart. Who tears me apart, Lisa. Because we have like these two specific things that happen. This is the thing that we're going to be doing the refactors though. Excuse me. And it's like doing this whole thing. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to do something cooler. We're gonna do. Honestly, I want to refactor this whole thing, dude. Like, I just hate how I designed this. Like, I over-engineered it. To do so many things that it's never actually gonna do in practicality. Oh, is it mad at me because I have a dependency? And I'm adding a dependency to this, yeah. Body cannot be, because of size sharp threading unit test is not an async. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, we're not gonna do any of this. What are we doing here, dude? Yeah, this is dumb, dude. It's stupid. This is stupid. What do you do? What are we doing here, man? On group update started? What are we doing? And alert update has ended. Oh, brother, I just want to redesign everything. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a whole thing. With backtracking, I'm not even sure what you mean fluent by backtracking is. I think that's just kind of a fundamental thing. Happy first day of the month. Oh yeah, it is the first. Happy April 1st, everyone. What's going on here, dude? You like your streams? Thank you, Laser. Do you think there's coding in heaven? Yeah, dude. I think everything is... Dude, honestly, man. Coding existed before the idea of coding we have, right? Like, look at your DNA. That's encoding, man. That's intelligent design right there. That's crazy. That's a crazy type of coding we have in every single cell. That's pretty insane. Open. Nah, sadly I don't. Just a noise I like to have. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to... This is gonna be a terrible... I can already feel it. This is gonna be a bad night. This is gonna be bad, man. I can feel it. I'm gonna have to confront the sins of my past. Ezra and Cairo, what's going on there? Cozy, can you run Doom? Probably. Oh, so what's going on, Aziz? Good to have you, man. So let's see here. I know I want to use this fade thing I have going on. The thing is, new time dilation. Ultimately, I want this to be in a weight. That's the goal, right? In fact, we're gonna do this. Oh, I see what I'm doing now. This is updating it to the target space, waiting, and then I see now. And we're lerping that way because, okay, I understand now. I don't want to do that though, so we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna do... Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do... We need a mono behavior. Okay. go for duration seconds. And then the whole pause thing as well. Perfect. So we even have the dependency in there already. And then we're going to do the loop function, which is going to be everything they were doing here. This is not so bad, actually, man. This is actually not looking so bad. It's not looking so bad. Now we just have to figure out how we're going to do this easing function, but that's okay. We can do that. That's no big deal. I don't know why duration seconds is being weird. Why are you being mad? Oh, it's a lowercase s. That's fine. Yeah, the nuggets? What nuggets? Yeah, that happened. That Axios hack is crazy. We've been having so many hacks, actually, in general. Like, if you look at, there's a group, I'm not sure if it's behind the Axios hack. The Axios hack is insane, though, but it's a similar thing where maintainers are being targeted and, are being used for these attacks. Not hacker news. Vulnerability. I forgot what it's called. OVS or OVP. OVR maybe. OVAL. No. There's a specific OV something. OSV you can use. There's a bunch of stuff. There's like a bunch of RSS feeds you can go to and listen to for vulnerabilities in query. This one you have to pull. It's not an RSS thing, but yeah, it's pretty nuts, dude. It's crazy how much vulnerabilities are happening. Like last week we had a big thing with PyPy with Open LLM or Tiny LLM. But like look at this, 5 hours ago, severity high. Wait, what? This is for Torch Geo. I thought it was for PyTorch for a second. I got scared. I was like, what? Flask. 5 hours goes, 5 hours goes, 5 hours goes. Severity, 9.1 critical. Open SSL. Wait, what? Open SSL encrypt. Dude, what? Is this a denial of service thing? Either way, it's like it's insane, dude. Because I was going through this rabbit hole today of like, all right, we need to be aware of every single vulnerability that comes out and see if anything we do is impacted. And I just kind of started stumbling upon like how crazy this is. Of course, it changed. Like JavaScript and Python are very big. I mean, npm and PyPy and are all the like very big dependency management systems. So of course they're gonna be target for a lot of stuff, but it's just kind of insane, dude. Yeah, another OpenClaw. OpenClaw has a ton, dude. There's been a ton of vulnerabilities found for OpenClaw. GitHub also has like an advisory for this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty insane, dude. What are you working on? I'm working on a game right now. Let me try to unbreak it real quick so I can actually show it off. But yeah. Yeah, I kind of nuts, dude. You have this stuff to do. Catch you later, Tamirko. You have a go in, right? What search engine is that? I'm using Kagi. It's a very good search engine. I like it. It's very, very efficient at finding what I want. And there's no slop. They have a thing called slop stop. They have lenses. You can rank and downrank results that are bad. And it affects them for everyone else. It's pretty good. I like it. So we can do P. But it's not going to guarantee to be where I want it to be. Target time dilation. We can instead have like a I'm not sure how we can do that. I guess we can define the target and start. But sometimes you want to be relative to the current one in the group. So target time dilation. New time scale. Yeah, it's going to modify this. Is this a get only property? Yeah, private set. That's dumb. If this is hiding, okay, so it does have some logic. There's something extensive going on here. Okay, so actually there's a reason I did that. Okay, I'm not terrible. I'm not the worst engineer in the world. Okay, that's good. Thank you for the celebration reacts, guys. We are doomed if OpenSSL is hacked. Yeah, I don't know. It said it was a 9 point something critical thing, so I'm not sure what the deal there is, and I'd feel like more people should be panicking if that's the case. I mean, let me go back to it. OpenSSL encrypt. That's crazy because I was looking at yeah, OpenSSL encrypt. I was looking at that for something, a project, but not through Python. I was gonna just get the DLL directly and put it into my C project. But what is this? So the source is there. Maybe it's not as crazy because it's not an attack. Maybe it's just a vulnerability that was found. Rate limiter is in memory only, not shared across workers. Lost on restart. Severity high. Oh, the brute force rate limiter. So if they restarted, this mitigation goes away, and what, are they susceptible to brute force attacks? So it's okay, so it's only, this state is only in memory. It's not saved to disk somewhere, so that's why on restart it doesn't resume that policy. Or even against multiple servers you're deploying. Okay. That's crazy, actually. Because you might have like an idea of like, oh, this should just work, but then when you deploy it, it works on your machine, but it doesn't work on every other machine you deployed to. That's nuts. That's pretty nuts. What a day to be alive, man. I love it. I love it. I'm going back to my game dev, dude. You're cute like an egg. Thank you, man. That's what my mama always said. You're my precious little eggy. I keep going to this cup and it's empty. There's no water in there. There hasn't been water for hours, dude. I'm dying of thirst. Alright, let's see if I can just finish this up. The thing I need to figure out is this. This is the obsolete thing. So I guess we're just gonna cache this. And then the thing is though that I want it to have a smooth in effect or an ease in, not a linear just shoop. Before we were doing that by like just mutating the valley continuously every single frame, that's not gonna work here. So a few options I can do. I can multiply. Instead of using P, we can process it so that like for each increment it scales differently. And then also clamp it. This year has been horrible tech news nonstop. Like every week is just bad news. I know. I mean, heck, dude. Look at the whole age verification stuff. That's still in the background. It's just terrible, man. Heck, I want to switch from Ubuntu to Arch because they're actually looking at implementing this. And I'm like, oh, that's terrible. I just got comfortable in Ubuntu land. How am I gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? This ease in function, like in this format. Usually I'm just computing it continuously, numerically each frame. Or you can like cheat and use like an animation curve and pass that in as a thing, and then you can sample the animation curve. But I don't want to do that. I want to do this in an analytical fashion. I want to do this analytically. You know, it's in Google. I can't remember it. I want to see that function. Actually, I don't want this behavior. I want it to be like linear here, but then it smooths in. So maybe I'm looking for is a little bit different. I don't want to have to like figure out a hermetic curve. You know, this is the good articles. This is the ones you know that you know it's good when you just see a bunch of Chinese. There's a paper I was looking at a long time ago, and I was like, this is great, it's only in Chinese, let's go. That's what we need, baby. Or I guess it's technically an ease out function. It's using a cubic Bezier. No hermetic curve function. Or hermetic, I forgot how you pronounce it. So math, these sine p or x times math pi divided by 2. Okay, we're just gonna do that. It's gonna do that. We found the magic formula. It's gonna be, I forgot what it was already. This is all within the sine. And then what? Times pi. Divided by 2. Okay. So it has to be a numerator. Actually, what am I doing? It's 1.5. This is commutative as well, so it's easier. And then what? Why are we mad? Who's mad at who? It's because it's double precision. Get out of here with that. There we go. You want to cheat? You want to go in Desmos and just see how this actually works? Okay, let's actually... Well, actually, no. So what was it? X equals sine x times pi. I'm sorry, you don't recognize that? There we go. Times 0.5. I'm pretty sure they also explicitly put this order of operations, but I think it should be fine because multiplication is commutative. And what am I seeing here, dude? Well, that's not looking great. That's not looking like what I want it to be. I just wanted to brain off and just plug and chug, but apparently I can't do that. Okay, what is this number? I was assuming it's like a 0 to 1 normalized number, but I'm guessing it's not. Did I even do it correctly? Math sine x times pi divided by 2. I mean, multiplying by 0.5 should be the same, but you know what? Let's just follow the recipe that the chef outlined for us. And no, we're still not eating good. Oh wait, I'm stupid. I use x equals to, yeah, okay, never mind. Hey, there's the easing function we're looking for. Hey, there we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I should just make a function. You know what I should just do? I should make a library of easing functions for myself. Easing functions.cs. I told you though, right? When you see Chinese on the page, you know it's good, man. You know you're gonna get the good stuff. That's the top shelf things, dude. That's the top shelf stuff. I'm telling you, man. That's that good. And now instead of doing this whole rigmarole, I can just... Okay, let's just close out of this, close out of this, close out of this, close out of this, close out of this. Here we go. Cool. We're good here, man. And I can just change this function to instead be, look at this, let's check the size difference. Okay, it's like slightly smaller, but it's easier to remember. So I call that we just call this easing. Dot ease out. Whatever, it's still smaller by comparison, so it's fine. Alright, let me catch up in chat real quick, guys. My bad. I'm sorry, what, Capo? Don't switch completely, though. For some reason, the only Linux distro Unity supports is Ubuntu. Darn it, dude. So I'm focused on using Love 2D. Well, here's the thing, man. Hopefully, this is like maybe one of a few games I'm going to finish in Unity, and then I'm going to switch to my game engine. No, this is not my game engine. This is going to be my... We're going to switch to this one, and it's going to be beautiful, dude. We're going to be so good, man. I'm going to be free and liberated at last. But we'll see, man. Since 2 years ago, Unity didn't have Linux support. Yeah. Let's see what they do, man. The vision for this game is just a nice, like, Sega Genesis kind of style game about racing that's going to be on mobile and stuff. I'm almost... Let me finish fixing this, and then we can actually show you the game. I can show you the game and how it actually looks and sounds and plays. And I think we're going to be all better from that. Cool. I think we're good, man. I think we did it, man. Cool, so I can go to here, and instead of doing this whole thing, I can instead do await transition to target speed. This, of course, and this is gonna work. Nice. We're not gonna wait for these seconds. We're instead gonna do like await fade to fade utilities. We're gonna wait for like 3 seconds, and then is pauses our blocking condition. Can you teach me to code? Teach me the ways. I want to understand coding in depth. Okay, so you're gonna have to not only learning theories. Well, here's the thing, right? You're actually gonna have to learn theories. That's just what you're gonna have to do at some point, right? It's gonna be good to know about it. What's probably gonna happen is you're gonna learn some theories, and you're gonna be like, okay, this is cool, but what does this mean in application? So you're gonna put it in your back pocket, and you're gonna work on actual projects, and eventually you're gonna start encountering stuff in those projects that require you to use that theory. Like, for example, time complexity, event notation. But I think the biggest teacher here is not going to be me or anyone else, but it's going to be you. And it's going to be you working through some projects and trying to just get good. And that just takes time and just working on projects. And not only working on a project, but working on multiple projects. Like, don't get stuck. Feel free when you find your interest waning to switch to something else and explore something different. And an important skill you're going to have to cultivate is learning how to search up stuff when you get stumped. There's some baseline information you're probably going to have to learn, for sure. But you'll be surprised how much you could find from just searching. Yeah, man. What else is there? I don't know, like what would a syllabus even look like? It depends on what you're doing, but I think in general it's always good to learn C first. Even if you eventually switch to a different thing, like let's say you want to make a game, so you switch to a game engine and use whatever scripting language they have. I think learning the foundations in C is going to set you up for success long term. So let's see what we got going on here. Speed is no longer a thing. And what am I going to do? Maybe like half a second for things to fade in, and then the fade out seconds is like maybe the same, honestly. Maybe stay there for like 3 seconds, and this is going to be equal to fade in plus fade out plus duration. There you go. And we're going to set the progress bar to be true. Because we're basically just setting stuff up here. What's going on here? What are you building? I'm making a game right now. I'll show you in a bit, dude. I tend to do Go for Godot or Unity. Is C# okay to learn? I programmed like 5 years ago at this point, but I made some ASCII games in Python using Yahtzee. I think C# is actually a really good way to go. I think you should use a statically typed language. Dynamically typed languages like Python let you do a lot of bad things or let you screw yourself over without even realizing it. I think you should get conditioned to working with statically typed languages. So C# is a great language to use. On top of it, C# does give you some opportunity to learn a bit about some, like it's like Java, right? But it gives you some opportunities to do some lower level stuff, and it also gives you some flexibility to try some other different types of paradigms too. I think it's a good language to learn a lot about some just basic foundations for coding and get exposed to a bunch of different stuff. No, you're local. You're very attentive. Yeah, there is a missing monitor. It's because I have it over here. See, usually it's over here, but today I moved a little bit so I can actually have the mic a little bit closer to the keys. But yeah. Good catch, dude. Learning C alone is very daunting. I agree that C or assembly is amazing to actually understand how computers work, but I feel like going... I think, here's the thing, right? You should learn how to do some basic stuff in C at the very least. And I'm saying C specifically, not assembly. Assembly is like way into the weeds of it, right? C is still pretty simple. In its entirety, it's kind of simple. There's some weird specific stuff about it, like how you print out variables and whatever, right? Or C strings and null terminators. But I think if you learn how to do some basic stuff in C and get the idea working there, once you switch to other languages, you're going to have some basic stuff down, right? That's the main point. Like for me, I started with C++, but I didn't stick with it long term. I eventually switched to GameMaker and GML because I wanted to make video games, and I didn't have the knowledge to make a game engine from scratch. But C++ did teach me a bunch, in terms of functional decomposition, prototypes, or not prototypes, data types, right? Like simple stuff like that. In the static typing stuff, like it seems simple, but I think it's important. And even like just some basic understanding of like the low level stuff and some basic stuff like terminal in and out. I think even if you just do it for a small stint in season just to understand the basics, and then you switch to something else, I think that's still worth doing. And then, of course, like, at some point you have to learn object-oriented programming. People have a lot of opinions about it, but no matter what, it's kind of the predominant thing. And then from there, there's a bunch of different other paradigms that you probably should learn about or just get exposed to, but it's not like a hard requirement. Iterations. Okay. And this also requires... Oh, we already could take care of it in there. Okay. The blocking condition is paused. And then... we need to have some kind of like cumulative thing, because I'm realizing now transition to target speed, although it is gonna work, I still need to keep some kind of track of a percentage of how far we progressed through doing this thing, and this is not gonna report it. I can do this, but that's not going to be correct. I guess to do P plus like the previous, but that's not going to be correct either. Yeah, so I think we have to have like some kind of total elapsed time. So we can have some reporting going on here. Pop in and out. Wanted to say I love the CRT. Curious for the choice. It's just for fun. Drosta Luna, just for fun. I enjoy it. Assembly would allow me to do ROM hacking. Yeah, assembly. Yeah, you're gonna have to do that. A lot of ROMs are just written in assembly. I'm pretty sure there's some that are like some generation of consoles where they started switching to C and C++, but gosh, man, I think like that's part of what makes Mega Man X hard to mod, because you're dealing with assembly directly. You don't have like a C++ like project. You can't just. I don't think you could just Ghidra it and get something out. Like, I think it was originally written in assembly. So you just gotta deal with it. Okay, what are we gonna do here? This stuff is just modifying things, that's fine. Why does it require this? Oh, it's the object removing. Okay, yeah. What do we do from here? Transition to target speed. So I think I need to add like some kind of accumulator thing, because There is some things happening here. I can just do a ref float, but that seems very specific to what I'm doing here and not like a general purpose thing. Or I could just do an action. Just extend it and wrap it, and then have this do its thing, but also do the loop action. That's more dynamic by comparison. But then I feel like I should just structure this differently. Cool. This is, yeah, the loop action, cool. So we're gonna accumulate here. This is gonna get very repetitive very quickly. I might just make another. Will this let me? Can I just do that? And you're not gonna be mad at me? Cool, you're not mad at me. So then I can just do, in fact, we can just bundle a bunch of stuff here, because we're not only are we doing this, we're gonna do set progress to be elapsed time divided by time or total duration. Oh, we didn't define these ahead of time. Whoopsie. So cool, so we don't have to do this, we can just call accumulate. And that's just gonna work. Nice. And then don't call this, we simply call accumulate. Or I think I just can simplify it like this. Cool. We don't no longer do this wait for seconds business. We wait for seconds here. And then finally, kind of the same exact code here, just we do actually it's actually just straight up the same. We just change this to be fade out. Nice. And this just works, dude. This just works, man. And then if we need to cancel this, we can do of course, you need to be defined above. That's fine. Okay, we're good. I think this should fix the time dilation. I think we should be good now. I can actually show the game now. Let me catch up real quick. How do you know stuff, where to put stuff and what to put? It's like it's like if I was watching you cooking your breakfast, right? And I ask you like, hey dude, how do you know like where to get the stuff and how to do it? And it's like, oh, this is your house, you know where your eggs are, and you know where your ingredients are, and your tools, your utensils and all that stuff, and you know the layout of your kitchen. It's kind of like that, dude. And you've cooked eggs a bunch of times before, and so you can not only cook it, but you can also make changes if need be. That's kind of how it is for programming, dude. Like, this code base, I've made all of it, so it's kind of, I know where everything is and how it is, and I've done this stuff in a bunch of other contexts, so it's not... I see the different options you can do with it. In the same way someone might be like, hey, you know, I can do an omelet, or I can do scrambled, or I can do over easy, or boiled, or whatever, right? It's kind of the same kind of thing. You build an intuition for this kind of stuff. And it becomes a second nature. Oh, right. I was supposed to be testing some stuff, wasn't I? Let's go time stop. So if I activate you, hey, now they're stopped. They're moving really slowly. They're not stopped completely, but that's fine. This is not this is stuck somewhere. Okay, so we didn't perfectly do things the first time around. There's a null reference happening somewhere in fade utilities. Are we passing by... Oh, we don't do a null check, do we? Can I just do a null coalescent operator on this? Not coalescent, but null operator now. So I have to actually explicitly check if it's null and then do this. Cool. We should probably... Oh! Or I can just do this. Same diff. Cool. That's pretty rad. We call loop action though. We should probably also do the null check there. And do invoke this way. Just to be on the safe side. It looks cool to be able to just invoke the variable directly, but I'm just gonna do it this way. Okay, and hopefully this should be fixed. Alright, what's going on here, guys? About how the code works running in my head, and I focus on certain parts at a time, so I'm only solving one thing at a time. Yeah, that's kind of how it is too. I mean, another analogy I use is that it's like a code base is like a house, right? And all the lights are off, and you have a flashlight, and your flashlight represents like all the information you can hold in your brain at once. So like, sure, you can only see what's in the side of the flashlight, but if you go throughout the house and flash everything around and, you know, look at everything, you can kind of remember the layout of the house, even if you're not actively seeing everything. But the thing you can see with the highest clarity is the thing that's currently in light of your flashlight. So that's another way of thinking about it. Because sure, I wrote all this code base, right? So I'm pretty familiar with everything in there, but of course, things that I did a long time ago are going to be more fuzzy for me. Like even now, right, with refactoring this, it took me a bit to understand why I was doing things the way I did it. I had a vague memory, but it takes actually shining the light on it to see and understand everything that went into it. And then once you understand it, can you make decisions about how to change the code? All right, let's see if I can find, where is a rotating thing? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, here you go. So you're gonna stop for a little bit, and you resume. Perfect, perfect. It's working exactly how I want it to. That's actually perfect. I need to do some screen space effects too to indicate, hey, you stopped time, dude. You stopped time. You're doing something crazy. How do you learn a code base so you know what to type? I mean, that's just, you have to have a basic understanding, dude, of like coding. That you can't escape. Like, you have to understand, like, if you look at something, right, like for example this, you have to be able to understand what this is at a glance, you know, and you only get that by just doing projects. Like for me, I see it and it's very clear. This is a function, right? If I go up here and I look at this, oh, this is clearly another function. This is clearly a class, right? And what else about the class? Like, what else information? What other information can you derive from it, right? So like that kind of information you just get from like learning some OOP and actually applying it in practice. You know, oh, there's a class. What's special about it? Well, I can tell that it's a partial class, which means logic exists somewhere else. It derives mono behavior, so that's the concrete thing it's inheriting from. In the case of Unity, I know this is tied to a bunch of lifetime functions like update and awake and whatnot. And then it also implements these other interfaces, so I'm assuming there's a contract that's being made here and that there's other systems that are relying on this contract to be fulfilled and implemented. And cool. And then, you know if something's private versus public, what that means and all that kind of stuff. Like, so you have to have a lay of the land. You have to have a basic understanding of syntax. And then the other part is just experience, which is just going on projects, iterating, and seeing how you actually apply this stuff. Through doing that, you make mistakes, and when you make mistakes, you learn from them. And once you've done that a bunch of times, you start avoiding them, and that's how you start cultivating wisdom and intuition, so that you can look at a problem and just kind of understand, okay, this is probably the way I want to handle it. There's a bunch of ways to do it, but I've gone through them before, and I didn't like what happened. So we're going to implement it in this particular way. And that's wisdom you only get by just iterating through projects. Dude, so that's exactly what I was thinking, Mini David. I was thinking about having like an inverted circle pop up on screen and then expand outwards. I think that's going to be pretty... Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I was thinking about doing a screen space shader. Before I do that, let me save the progress we have currently, because it's actually quite sizable. Model view controller, yeah, I mean, that's a paradigm of structuring stuff. You have MVCs, you have model view models. There's a bunch of ways of dealing with designing structure, but then you're getting more into like architecture. But the idea is still there. That stuff is less dependent upon the language and syntax, and it's rather just a general way of organizing and structuring projects, regardless if you're doing it in Python, C, JavaScript, whatever. Okay, we saved. to Uni tasks. There we go. Cool. Thank you, Tojors. I generally despise OP and all the BS abstraction. C is where it is at, boys. I love C. I love C. I really want to go back to working on Rivendun. I really enjoyed my time there. I feel much better there. But OP is like... There's reasons for it, and I'm not going to say it's all bad. In fact, there's a lot of places where it's kind of convenient and makes sense. It's just that it's so easy to over-abstract things. Or even worse is that you start having parts of the code base that look fundamentally different to other people's part of the code base because they have their own different like ideology or code paradigm for structuring and dealing with problems. So you end up having a code base that's kind of like a hodgepodge, and then you have to go through this like transition to be able to work in other parts of it, which is, you know, it's annoying. You have to deal with that. But ultimately, like, it's meant to, a fundamental part of it is, like, eliminating communication boundaries. Or at least partitioning a code base around communication boundaries and responsibilities. But I don't know. I like working in C, but I also need to work on a more substantial project in C to really... Like, I'm doing something that's kind of substantial, but it's also kind of not, because it's very self-contained. And it's kind of purposeful. Like, anytime I do C or C++ stuff, I try to limit libraries as much as possible and just do things on my own. Which is nice and fun, but also means that I'm not either doing things in the idiomatic way at times, or I don't know. Or I'm just not going through the standard development experience that other people might be going through. What was I doing today? What was the whole point of the to-do stuff? So let's look at this. We still haven't done the application flows thing. Is there anywhere else? No. Okay. So... We didn't orbital lasers. We did that a long time ago. What are you talking about? Okay, here we go. We experimented with the rotation camera. We didn't like it, so we didn't do it. But we didn't do smoothing, but I think it's actually fine. We haven't done these either. But, if we're gonna be fair, we refactored chips to be async, or to use the unitest. So that's a pretty big win in my book, man. What's going on, Phantom Freak? Yeah, I'm making a game right now. A 30-day project to make a game from the ground up. Yeah, we've kind of gone a little past it. We're going to see how far past it we're going to be. How's the game doing? At least last time it was a few days away. Yeah, well, let me show you, Fayley. Let me show you the game currently. If I can find the Unity prop, there we go. I mean, the cool thing is that it's like mostly, a lot of the technological stuff is like implemented and done, dude. So I'm getting to a point where now it's a matter of making content and polish. Let me turn on the music too. There's like no sound effects. Why is it? Why is the music? Why is the blend of? Why is the sound effect blend so bad? There we go. There we go. Yeah, a lot of the game function is there. I need to fix the mixing though. The mixing is a little all over the place. Ow. Oh my god, can I make it? The phase shift is so broken, dude, especially with a fast engine. Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, I need to make it so you're further back. But yeah, the game's coming together, man. A lot of the foundational stuff is there now, so... This game is so sick, dude. Yeah, we need to do the game over stuff too, but progress is coming together, man. Little by little, we're getting there, dude. I need to add the option settings thing here too. I'm just realizing that. I love that transition so much, dude. But yeah, man, the game's coming together, dude. Game is coming together, man. So you know, my love for coding, I studied it, but I lost interest over time, and now I'm getting back into it thanks to you. Dude, thank you, dude. I'm glad to hear that, man. Cheers, dude. I mean, I don't have any water. There's like nothing in here, but cheers to getting back to coding and doing creative stuff again. Got into Blender, and I'm surprised how easy it is once I understood the UI. Blender is pretty gnarly. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty crazy thing. I'd like to learn more about Blender, but I just know enough to do basic topology, and that's it. I used to be more advanced. Like I used to be able to bake lights and bake assets and stuff, but we'll see. Dare we be a little more adventurous? Dare we actually play around with camera angles? Who drinks water from a mug? This guy. This guy. I like having my Mega Man mug. I'm telling you, I don't like. It's not even like a conscious personality trait. It just got awoken today. But yeah, I keep forgetting that I'm actually really into Mega Man. Or at least as a kid, I used to be super into it. I got this mug. I got the Mega Man pin. I'm not sure if you can see it. You can probably see it better on the bottom camera. Let me show you. Look at that. I used to play through a bunch of the games. A bunch of random knowledge. I drink from a jar. See, that's like that's a modern day pinking up thing. That's a very modern day classy thing. It's like the subversion, the subvertive, fancy. Let's go to the garage because I have some ideas for this. We're gonna be switching gears soon from programming to doing art, guys. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say this. I didn't want to break the news to you guys, but we're gonna have to become art people sometime soon. I know it's tragic. It's heartbreaking even, but what can I say, man? You gotta do what you gotta do. Where's the camera views? Lighting, camera targets. So general, you're over here. Where's the camera? Copy component. I'm gonna paste it onto these guys just so I can actually. In fact, what am I doing? Let me actually just do this to everything so I can actually see the preview. Cool. I don't need this anymore. I was testing something. Do you not show the preview anymore, Unity? It used to be rad and cool and used to show the previews. But no more? No more? You can't do this to me, man. Have you seen Backrooms trailer? Not really. Actually, not at all. Like, I almost failed. That's alright, man. I failed AP Art, dude. I guess failing a class is different than failing school. But yeah, dude, that's rough. Why am I not seeing the mini preview? They usually have like a mini camera preview for this stuff. And I can't see it here. It's not scene camera, come on. Art being this way. Oh, there we go. There we go. Why do you turn off automatically? So I'm gonna move you here. I'm changing the layout of the scene. I think we're gonna be like, it's gonna be like one giant apartment or something. Can I turn this off but still have it rendered? Yes, I can. Very nice. You don't want to have these in the build. That's bad for performance, but hey, this is still cool. So let's see how this looks. Like bare minimum, it happens, man. Dude, I almost failed my degree, dude. Oh, whoops. Yeah, man, it's a miracle. Like, legitimately, like, it's not a phrase. Like, I legitimately believe God intervened. Honestly, it's kind of part of, like, my testimony, but yeah, it's pretty nuts. I was, like, not... I should have totally not passed. Ah, we're not doing rotation. Where's center? Are we doing local? Yeah, we are doing local, but it's not, the transform is not being... Oh, do I want to deal with this today? Am I going to deal with this today? Are we dealing with this today? Are we dealing with this today? Do I want to deal with this today? Oh, brother. We're doing lerped. We're not doing quaternion lerped, though. Are we? Camera position. What about camera rotation, buddy? Have you considered that? Have you considered camera rotation, pal? Oh, this changes everything because I'm using a crazy weird P. Okay, we're gonna have to refactor this. And we're doing lerp follow. And it's doing a position thing. We're doing a slurp. Look target, transform position. Yeah. What degree do you take? I started with CS and then I switched to IT. Oh, you know what? Maybe it is factoring rotation. Maybe I just have a bad rotation. Maybe that's just all there is to it. Maybe I actually don't have to refactor anything. I think this is actually just good. Yeah, we're gonna have a scene with the character too, where you can see them and they're gonna be chowing down and eating food and stuff. That's the idea, at least. At the right time, bro? Yeah, man. Digitech, I've never heard of that, though. Sounds cool, though. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna have this have like a... That's not the right angle. That's weird, actually. I don't know why it's not lerping to the correct angle. Yeah, it's not right. It's fine for the garage. But this is not correct. Yeah, this is not correct. What's going on with here? Maybe I have to make it... Maybe I'm just not using the correct function for switching the cameras. Yeah, because we're doing open garage. We do the set targets based off of this. Huh. 1 second. Also, why is there an update? That's bad. Interesting. We have these two states. Okay. So the garage, for sure, the calculation there is looking correct. This one is not looking correct. Ah, because it's not doing... Yeah, okay. I see now. We're doing an incomplete thing. I was like overwriting. Okay, that should fix it now. So now the way I had it set before should actually be correct. Which means I can do, like, for example, I can bring this back panel, move it forward a bit again. Let's see, this looks good. Was there any CS classes that made IT degree look more worthwhile? I struggle with upper division math for sure. Yeah, that's what got me. Was I was bad at I don't even think I'm bad. I think I actually understand calculus ideas and concepts pretty decently, but But yeah, like calc is what got me. And then I ended up switching, and then I ended up getting a lot of the stuff I learned from IT is actually what helped me with work. Like, even helped me with getting my first job. Not even getting, but like actually doing my first job. Which is kind of surprising. Yeah, it was a blessing, because I felt like a failure switching to IT. But I was like, dude, I need to graduate. I need to get out of. I need to work, dude. But it turned out like that degree opened up a bunch of doors for me, and it was like way more chill too. Like, I was way less stressed than CS, and it opens the same doors for the same career, like the same jobs. Like, my job is very much a CS job, but what is this? I'm making the main menu. I'm setting up the cameras for the main menu right now. So that, so you have some of the cool, cool camera angles and stuff. We already had some before, but we're making it even cooler. There we go. Jeez, okay, the lerping's not working. Well, from here to here is like very gnarly and whiplashy. Maybe I should have this more oriented towards facing you and have these rotated around. I'm not sure. I'm gonna play around with this. Yeah, I'm making a game right now. That's the main thing we're doing currently. We're getting closer to the end, honestly, of the game. Like, yeah, there's still things to do, but a surprising amount of it is pretty much done already. So it's just a matter of grinding out the final bits and then adding content and then being donezo. And changing the main menu, but yeah, this is how the game normally looks and sounds. Oh wait, what? Where is that? Hey, it recalled it? That's crazy. It actually recalled the settings. I thought I reset it every time, but no. Yeah, I'm gonna rotate these around. It's coming together, man. It's coming together. Alright, it's 1:42 a.m., guys. I think I'm gonna be calling stream here. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, though, for sure, I think. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate the company, as always. And, one second. Start this up. We're gonna do something different. What do I want to listen to? We're gonna do some King Henry music. What's a good song to listen while we're... I'm gonna do some. Usually I do some song from a game, but you know what? I'm gonna hit you with some. That, this is the perfect one. This is the perfect way to stop this stream. There we go. This is the perfect way to end it. Let's see. Wait. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. God bless. And as always, until next time, stay cozy. Ta-ta.